I'm Ramsey the loud one.
I'm Jesse the short one.
Put us both into one, we are.
Lots of noise, always too fast, lots of laughs. Here's our podcast, the loud and short of it.
Hi, and welcome to Loud and Short of It. I'm Ramsey the loud one.
And I'm Jesse the short one. And this week we got quite an interesting variety hour.
There's no news, though. What could have happened?
No variety. It's going to be 30 minutes of politics, straight to your fucking dome.
Finally.
Because I know after a long week of every single thing being about the election, you wanted to tune in the week after and be told about that election.
Yep. I'm not dog fucking tired.
I'm sure our last video about camping will just have a ton of views. I'm sure everybody really wanted to watch that instead of the election.
I'm glad that we went through some damning evidence of me getting hammered in the woods, and now we're going straight into Joe Biden's our president.
That's what we hid. We hid the damning evidence. Okay, this is the first election that we're really going to talk about on the air.
Yeah, 4 years
There's
ago.
only been like random local stuff going on.
The last election, we didn't know each other.
The last presidential
election.
election.
Last presidential election.
And we started this podcast right after the Senate elections in 2018.
Yeah.
So, boom.
Jesse was like, "Hey, you need to vote for the Senate," and I was like, "What?" Like, okay,
I guess so.
Sounds whack, but okay.
On that same note of me saying that, if you are not into politics at all, this is still going to be a good episode for you.
Yep, I am here to keep you safe and keep him on a leash and not go into the winding fucking theory of politics.
Yes, and if you're as into politics as I am, or more, I'm just sorry for you. I hope things get better for you.
Go to therapy.
So we're gonna break down everything that you should know, or that happened, or that's gonna happen.
Okay.
We're gonna start with outcomes. We'll just right off the bat explain who won what's going to go on.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to get into how we got there, how all this shook out. Then we're going to get into the last week, really dive into election night and how all of that worked out. And then we'll give some hope for the future, or some doom and gloom. You have to watch to the end.
You're going to either black pill or fucking have some hope. Who knows?
I feel like at this point with Corona, there's no like worse. You know, like, it's not going to get worse than here. Yeah. There we go.
I didn't shake the camera. All right, let's get rolling.
Yeah. First outcome. Kind of already talked about it. Old Joe.
Papaw Biden. He's here.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to take care of us with his central views on fucking everything.
Yes. He won. Kamala is our VP.
Mm-hmm.
Popular vote and everything else. He won the Electoral College.
Yep.
Apparently that's the challenge to do now.
Jesus Christ, no kidding.
This makes 7 out of the last 8 elections. So the past 32 years, Democrats have won 7 out of 8 times.
Fuck.
But that's the popular vote. Electoral college-wise, Bush snagged 1 or 2 in there.
Wow, how fucking tired am I that you said
crazy.
Democrats won the 7 out of the last 8 elections? I was like, yeah.
Bush?
Like, Bush? Trump, huh?
So, no more Trump. That was kind of implied.
Yep.
But I think that's the real outcome. Like, if
that's
the
the only win. The only win is that we're gonna fucking tune into CNN or wherever the fuck you get your shitty ass news, and we're not gonna see some bumbling 8-year-old up there. We're gonna see your papa who's basically Republican.
Suffice. We're getting back to the normal, just like you said. This is America as it has been our entire lives.
Going back to default racism, as I saw on Twitter.
Exactly. Yes, it's a centrist old dude who has no vision for America.
Yeah.
Standing up there, trying to push us just a little bit one direction.
Yeah.
And then a Senate that's not going to let anything happen. We're just stuck here.
Par for the course, they call it.
And that's just, we're back to it, baby. So
feels good to be home. Fuck.
The only kind of nifty thing or very scary thing, depending on how you view this, and I might be going too deep here. Too deep here. So Biden can do quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
For example, one thing he could do is write an executive order and just overturn all of student loans. He could do that.
Okay, he could.
He could do that. Other things he can do is just kind of scale back a lot of the things that Trump did without the Senate approval.
Yeah.
So basically, if you look it up, executive orders, presidents used to use them sparingly when they needed something done very fast. Yeah. And then it's ramped up. Obama really ramped the fuck out of them and just hit hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them.
Yeah.
So expect that to happen again. And Joe's basically going to undo everything Trump did after Trump undid everything Obama did. We'll be right back to the Bush era, baby. It's going to be 2004 all over again.
Need a nap.
Yep. Other things. Let's get away from the president.
Okay.
Lindsey Graham. If you don't know him, he is a senator from South Carolina. He is a piece of shit. Just human garbage.
The devil I hear.
He won, and that's very disappointing.
Yeah, I heard that.
Other thing, Mitch McConnell. We all knew he was going to win.
Yeah.
But he is worse than Trump. He is the worst person in all of politics. Goes him, Nancy Pelosi, the rest of them.
Yep. He's a very scary looking man, and not like in a way where you're just like, this guy could beat me up. He looks like the eye dude from fucking Pan's Labyrinth with the fucking.
I was gonna say he looks like if the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did a live action movie and needed a villain, he'd be the evil turtle.
He's like the Inside Out turtle. He's like just half human, half person.
He's missing his shell and is hunched over still.
They all find him, and he's just like, they're like, oh God, what the fuck are you?
Macado. Jesus. One last one. Susan Collins. She is just another piece of shit. Not as bad as the other two, but you know, she won in Maine, which is very weird because Maine's so close to Canada.
It's like ships there.
You'd expect them to be nice.
Lobster place.
Yeah, but I guess they like Susan Collins for some odd reason.
Those nice sweater coastal people are fucking us over.
And they voted blue for president, so they like really like Susan. It's a very strange situation. I don't understand it.
Come on, Maine.
Only very few that I got wrong when I was making my bets for which states were going to go which way. Didn't see that happening. But some good news now that we got all those fucking senators out of the way.
Okay.
Every single senator or congressman that came out for Medicare for All, that co-signed Bernie and AOC and everyone else's bill, they won their seats. They kept their spots.
Fuck yeah.
Every fucking one of them. In red states, in blue states, it didn't matter. People want Medicare for All.
Yeah.
And blue Dems, they lost like 6 House seats. It's probably going to be more by the time it's all wrapped up. Every single one that lost did not support Medicare for All. So picking the middle road fucks you. And there's proof now that it fucks you.
That is the best fucking talking point that anyone has now, because there was the whole thing that came out like, oh, the left is fighting within themselves. All the centrists are like, you almost cost us the election. And all the progressives are like, no. Idiot. We have receipts.
And then the last good news, Joe's old as fuck. I don't know if you've noticed. Old fucking guy.
Oh, yeah.
So, max 4 years. There's no way the man's running again.
No.
Which means there will be another Democratic primary. Which means just 4 years from now, there's another chance to get somebody who isn't geriatric into the White House.
I'm praying for Chelsea Clinton, bro. Chelsea Clinton will get my ass to the polls. No, I'm kidding. Fuck Chelsea Clinton.
And then I got 2 more bad things.
No,
nothing's gonna happen for 2 years. We've been over that, and the fear is that with nothing happening, people that are low information, they're going to see that, and they're going to be, Joe Biden's not doing anything, which maybe he won't do anything, or if he tries to, Mitch is going to block it anyways.
Yeah.
And then will the Republicans just take over massive control of the Senate and the House come 2022? We'll have to see. But if they can frame a narrative where Nancy Pelosi isn't fucking involved, that Democrats are trying to give people health care, they're trying to give people jobs, they're trying to give people a working wage, union access, boom. That's every fucking state. Everyone wants those things, red or blue. No one cares about the fucking team if their family's doing better.
Yeah, 100%.
So start trying to make that happen, and then when Mitch blocks it, point that out for everyone to see. Obviously, there's going to be some Trumpers that are just going to not listen to any facts, but if you're trying to help people and the other team isn't, you're going to get more votes.
But also make it fucking very apparent you're trying to help people and they're trying to stop you.
Yes.
And there's no way around that. This isn't the fucking West Wing, which I have been watching. They're not your friends. They have proven time and time again that they hate you. Quit putting the hand out.
And don't say we're trying to give Medicare to people that make between this income and this income that fall under this weird fucking rules and requirements. That doesn't fucking work, and no one cares.
Stop buying ice cream.
Okay, that's the outcomes. You know what's gonna go on for the next 2 years, most likely now. So let's get into how the fuck this happened. Everyone's got a lot of opinions on 2016.
I have none. I'm the only man who doesn't have any.
Well, everyone either has no opinion or a very strong one on 2016. So I'm gonna skip right over that.
Oh, thank God.
We're gonna dive into the primaries. We're gonna dive into the Republican primary that got Trump. They do still have a primary, even if there's an incumbent. And more importantly, obviously, the 2020 Democratic primary. So, which one do you want to start with?
Democratic primary.
Democratic primary? Okay. If you're just tuning in, you haven't been into politics, 2016 primary rigged as fuck. Just blatantly apparent. They got caught for it. They got sued for it. They said, we're a private organization. We legally don't have to have democratic elections. Fucking crazy.
90% of the time, I'm the dude who someone will tell me something like that. I'm like, no, fuck off. But this time I watched it happen firsthand, and I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I'm never going to say I'm a Democrat.
So 2020, everyone expected that to happen again. Yeah. We expected just full, the mainstream media teaming up with the Democratic nominee to decide who's going to win. But we didn't get that. We got something way cooler. No one saw it coming. 24 people ran in this fucking primary. 24 fucking people. And right away, the poll showed it was either going to be Bernie or Biden.
Yeah.
That's what everyone was expecting until we got into the first state. And then I could go on an hour and a half about the Iowa caucuses in 2020.
Let's just not.
We're not going to do it.
Let's just not.
What happened was Bernie won by a slim margin over Pete Buttigieg. No one saw that shit coming. No pollster, nobody saw that
Apparently
coming.
Pete saw it coming because he announced victory
yes.
like 10,000 hours before it happened.
Rat fucked that caucus, and then rat fucked after that caucus, and then rat fucked for 2 weeks after that.
Yeah.
But in general, Bernie won that, and then he won Nevada. Or then he won New Hampshire, and then he won Nevada.
Yeah.
So he won the first three. And in the history of Democratic primaries since the age of Lincoln, nobody has ever won the first three states and then not gone on to win the whole thing until this year.
Until a socialist ran.
Because what happened after that, and I'm sorry if you're really into this and you already know it. I'm just gonna give my.
Yeah. Some people don't. Some people have to do other stuff.
Then we got to the fourth state. Fourth state, South Carolina.
Okay.
Basically, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all the big ones, they said those first three states, they don't matter. No one cares about them. I don't know why this time, but no one cares. We only care about South Carolina. It was a bold prediction.
South Carolina felt like the prettiest belle at the ball this year.
And if you're a Democrat, you know how important South Carolina is.
Oh, yeah, naturally.
They're definitely not one of the reddest states in fucking America that definitely voted for Trump. And
100%.
Biden had no chance at.
Oh, blue wave, baby.
Yeah. Anyways, you know where Biden did have a chance? South Carolina when it was against Bernie. Because a bunch of Republicans voted for Biden. So Biden won big.
Yeah.
Just fucking swiped in South Carolina. It was crazy. And then, did we not see it coming? Were we not ready for it? Everyone dropped out at the same time and all endorsed Joe Biden because Barack Obama called them and said, you better fucking drop out or your career is over. Good old Obama.
Can I before we move on, we want to take a moment of silence for possibly who could have been the greatest president of all time, the Clob Monster.
Yes,
the Clobinator. The staple chucking monster who fucking failed us by not taking straight doves in all four states.
The Clob Lobster.
Yeah, dude.
What we could have done with a little bit of Clobentum.
No kidding,
would have
bro.
taken the whole Senate.
She looked like a fucking vice principal who hits her kids.
she might have been one at some point. She would have taken that Senate by the reins and just beat the fuck out of McConnell with a stapler on stage.
Kidding. She would have chucked the stapler right his weird gullet thing. Would have swallowed it.
So back into the boring primary.
Sorry.
Everyone dropped except for Bernie, Biden, and Warren. Oh, and what's that millionaire fucker's name?
John Kasich.
Bloomberg. Kasich wishes he had as much money as Bloomberg.
No kidding.
And I said millionaire, I meant billionaire. They're all millionaires, every one of them.
No, keep going.
Anyways, so Warren stayed in just to split the progressive vote. We go
Yeah.
into Super Tuesday, and Jesse got the drunkest he's ever been in his life. Bernie
was
just
getting texts.
lost
Come
everywhere.
to the bar. It was weird.
Yeah. Bernie lost pretty much everywhere because, you know, the entire centrist wing of the Democratic Party was just scurrying to vote for anybody that was still there, and there was only one left.
Yeah.
So he lost. Then he dropped out right after that, basically, because Corona had ramped up at that exact moment, and he was just like, you know what? Rather save some lives than get 40% of the vote and lose.
Yeah, that last debate between him and Biden was fucking brutal to watch because it was the entire time we were just in the living room just being like, Bernie, go for the throat. Please go for the fucking throat. And it just wasn't fucking happening.
I am not a Trumper. I do not defend the politicians that I like the policies of. Bernie is a giant pussy. Just when the Republican National Convention or the Republican primaries were going on in 2016, Trump tweeted out every 2 seconds that they were going to try to rig it against him, which they probably were. But once he called that shit out, they fucking couldn't. Because he would have taken half of the fucking party away and then just destroyed the Republican Party in completeness.
If fucking only.
And if Bernie had just done the same thing or threatened the same thing, he'd probably be the fucking president right now.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the cojones to risk that. Because it would be very bad if he played that game and it didn't go for him.
Keep going. I'm about to fucking cry.
That's it. That's the Dem primary. That's how we ended up with old Joe Dementia Biden.
Yeah.
Basically, Obama pulled some strings and boop, bum, bop. That was it. It was all ogre.
Thanks, Barry.
Yep. But he shoots sick threes, though.
I fucking have told 1,000 people, and I'll say it on there. Don't care, guy's cool as fuck. This fucking guy's so badass.
War criminal or not.
Yeah.
He's good at basketball.
He can come to my house and hang out with me.
Let's get into
Can't fly my drones.
Let's get into the RNC.
Okay.
They had a primary.
How much is there on this one?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Okay.
They were in like half the states. The other half the states just went, no.
Yeah.
And Trump won like 90% everywhere he went. There were 2 other people that ran against him, just got fucking trenched.
You know how much percentage of those people who voted for the other people were just like, yeah, I'm gonna vote for Biden this time?
I bet a good amount. Because
Yeah,
if you look at the statistics, 94% of Republicans voted for Trump. 6% switched teams. And about 6% voted in the primaries against Trump. So I assume those were the people that were like, this is too fucking far.
Yeah.
But I just want you to remember that's 94% of Republicans. If you're a Republican, you most likely voted for Trump. And if you voted for Trump, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So it makes it much easier to just every Republican piece of shit, click, done.
Oh, I could go on a tangent, but I want to keep going with this.
And then that's it. Yeah, Trump won big.
Yeah.
And then we get into the general. This is where the fun starts.
Mm.
Joe's
That's
got
where the fun
dementia.
begins. Yeah, 100%.
Donald Trump's got dementia.
Oh, unequivocally.
Trump, super racist.
Yeah, just been known.
Just the Central Park 5. There's 1,000 different examples you can
Biden's
pull.
also probably kind of racist.
He literally wrote the crime bill.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I didn't.
Joe Biden's got 1 sexual assault allegation against him. Donald Trump's got 30 plus.
Oh.
There's a lot going on.
Clip that! Clip that shit!
What else? Joe Biden's son does a lot of drugs. He used to do a lot of drugs.
Hunter Biden kicks ass.
Donald Trump's son does a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Showed up on Fox News, coked the fuck out of his mind multiple times.
Dude, that RNC speech is horrifying.
One of Joe Biden's sons got a job he definitely shouldn't have gotten in the Ukraine, making too much money.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just because his dad was vice president. Donald Trump's entire family has jobs at the White House, making hundreds of thousands of dollars only because their dad's the president. So, you can tell in America democracy is thriving and we have a lot of options.
Ivanka Trump was the vice president. She wasn't, but it fucking felt like it.
It very much felt like it. And he wants to fuck her, and that's the creepiest
Yeah.
thing of all.
Hey, 30 plus.
And then Trump, those were all the Biden scandals we covered him, and Trump had too many for me to count. There was a new one every day. Some of them were stupid.
Yeah.
And you were just like, why? Just keep to the important stuff.
You got
But
tiring.
a lot of them were really important.
Yeah.
But then he did something so crazy the next time that
Yeah.
we forgot how important the horrible thing he did yesterday
It was to a point where we had to, you check the news every 4 fucking hours.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Joe Biden to win just so I can check the news once a day.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
But then Trump trumped too hard, and that's why he lost. He trumped coronavirus.
Yeah.
And the American people didn't like that.
But Trump could have just cinched the fuck out of coronavirus and killed it. And he would have gotten reelected.
Yeah.
It would have just fucking happened.
If he had just shut the economy down for a month. And
Yeah.
if he had just come out, even if it didn't work, if he had come out and said, I am going to pause rent and mortgage payments for every American until this is over.
Yeah.
And if and just tried to say, I want that to happen. And then Nancy would have stopped him. Because, my God, that would destroy... So many people would be so mad they wouldn't have their billions anymore. But he didn't, and that's why he fucking lost.
He could have done it, and he could have crippled the Democratic strategy of reaching over the aisle. Be like, no, Republicans, come to the light.
It's the weirdest thing ever because he could have moved... He could have moved left of the Democrats on almost anything and just swept. If he had just come out and said, I want to legalize weed completely and expunge all people who are in jail for it.
Yeah. In hindsight, bro, I guarantee you he's going to be kicking himself a year from now, hopefully in federal prison, going, I could have done anything. I could have just fucking taken care of it, and no one would have stopped supporting me.
But he's not a political mastermind. He's listening to what Fox News tells him to do, and Fox News doesn't want to legalize weed, so... That's not the world we live in. But
I feel like I'm arguing that I didn't like the way I was arguing, but I have to say it's just such a stupid thing he fucking pulled off, not getting reelected, where he could have just handled everything properly.
One of the funniest things I've seen is a speech that Trump's giving, and he's like, it'd be so embarrassing to lose to Joe Biden. He's the worst candidate ever. And I went, hell yeah, dude, it would be dummy embarrassing for you to lose to a dementia patient. And then he did.
Yeah, no fucking kidding.
Okay,
oh, man.
But that's it. That's and then he lost bad. Yeah. So now we'll get into what happened when he lost. You know why now? Yeah, it just doesn't end, does it? It's just nonstop.
Of my life.
Welcome to my TED Talk. Election night. Dumbass pollsters. Same ones from 2016. Anybody that trusted them? Yeah, I'd be a fucking idiot.
This shit needs to be illegal. You can't do this. Yeah, I was seeing literally every day. Because the polls were just saying, like, Biden's going to clap him, it's over. And then Joe Biden, Kamala Harris were both fucking tweeting, like, stop listening to polls. Get the fuck out there. It's because, and honestly, if he didn't, I bet we'd be in a different situation.
They were talking about Florida and Texas being actually swing states.
I did not.
And they fucking weren't close to it.
I did not believe in Florida, but I fucking was like, Texas. Texas might do it this time. But what I've learned is that a progressive candidate is going to flip Texas, not a fucking we need to get rid of Trump candidate.
Beto O'Rourke got way closer to winning than Joe fucking Biden did. And Beto's not even that progressive. And now he has no chance because of his dumbass gun comment. But that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about is election night.
All right, sorry.
So, first night, looked like Trump had it.
Yep.
Looked like it was over. Almost like every single major outlet said this is going to happen, and then mail-in votes are going to show up.
Yeah.
And then next day, woke up, and it looked much more likely. Third day, looked like Joe had it as a wrap. And then Fox News, CNN, and MSNBC refused to call it for 3 more days because, man, the money they were making, holy shit. Imagine paying for an ad over the last week.
I just got to say, you asked why people watching fucking CNN, I got to say, it's the touchscreen. We fucking love that board, baby. I was watching it at work. I could not look away. That man was...
See, I was boring. I just refreshed Google, the AP source.
Yeah, I was also doing it on my phone just to make sure I have everything up to date. But then I saw the way he was doing it. I was like, that's way cooler than me scrolling.
Mail-in votes came in. And just in case somebody's watching and they feel like this election was rigged the same way that obviously other ones have been, it wasn't, or at least not in any way that could have swung it.
Yeah.
Because these mail-in votes, keep in mind, Donald Trump spent the past 4 months saying, don't vote by mail.
Yeah.
Do not vote by mail. Voting by mail is bad.
Yeah.
So when the mail-in votes came, they were all for Biden.
Yeah.
None for Trump because Trumpers listened to him and didn't vote by mail.
Yeah. Bad.
And more fun, we learned that no one in Nevada knows how to count.
Oh, dude. My God. You know, a lot of times you'll be asking me, like, quick math questions, and I'll look at you and be like, just fuck off. I bet I'd fit right into Nevada. Oh, my God. I'd probably be a math king to those fuckers.
I don't understand how they can. I think Nevada works because casinos make so much money that even if you don't know how to count, you still make money. They don't have any accountants there. They're just bringing in cash and throwing it back out and hoping it works out.
We've learned anything that all the card counters in Vegas are not locals.
No, they drove in from any other state. At one point, they woke up it was the third day, I believe, after Tuesday. And the election officials of Nevada released a bunch of votes at 9 a.m. Just right off the bat, they were like, hey, here's some leftovers that we finished counting last night. And then they said, we'll have more for you tomorrow. Yeah. As if they were just going to take a break from 9 to 5 and no one was going to count. And then they did that. They just didn't give anybody shit. And like the whole election at this point was hinging on Nevada for like 2 days, and then Pennsylvania flipped and Georgia flipped, and it was all over. But
it was like, not us. It's not gonna deal with it.
Yeah, and I'm sure they dodged some of the riotous and angry behavior of people trying to destroy democracy by just being like, we won't count the votes.
Yeah, no fucking kidding, dude.
We'll take a couple months. We'll get back to you on that.
Stop the count so we can lose.
Stop the count in Michigan, but keep counting in Arizona. Yeah. And stop in Georgia, but keep counting in Nevada. I think that was the Trump message after night one was it was a confusing situation for those. Yeah. Because it was rigged in Michigan for sure. But not in Nevada or Georgia until later. I
hope every Republican understands that from here on out, we just don't think they're dumb. They're also pussies.
Trump whining on Twitter it's the most cathartic part being I don't really like Joe. Yeah. So I don't care about his tweets, but Trump being, I won.
Yeah. It was kind of nice because I can go to Thanksgiving and be like, hey, Mama, well, guess what? Republicans are pussies too.
But let's get into the Trump not being a pussy and being a scary autocrat. Potentially, the Supreme Court could overturn this. Be very unlikely with the amount of states Joe won and by how much. As these votes continue to come in, it's getting more and more embarrassing and becoming more and more that Joe won by. At this point right now, Joe won by the exact same amount that Trump won by in 2016. Yeah. Same electoral college votes, and obviously way more in the popular vote, being that Trump has never won the popular vote. Yeah. But the Supreme Court could find some weird trial from the 1800s about vote counts and something and adapt it and use it and just destroy democracy.
What if they go so far back and it's like a fucking paper Hamilton wrote and they're like, oh, we're fucked. That'd be great because it would also fuck over Hamilton even more.
I am not this into politics, but there are people that understand and read the Supreme Court, the dissents and the fours, and they do shit like that all the fucking time. Oh, like if they want to interpret a law, anybody pretending the Supreme Court is some like they're these geniuses that don't have political values and they're actually just trying to find the way the law was written. Fuck off. They go into that deciding what outcome they want, and they'll find the weirdest, creepiest, dumbest trials that happened 200 years ago and be like, well, they ruled this way in the 1800s with a musket next to them wearing a wig. Yeah. So therefore, abortion is illegal.
I see the Supreme Court in the same way I see like the High Council in the Avengers, where Nick Fury was like, aliens are destroying New York, and they're like, yeah, we can't save it. You just can't do this.
Fuck it.
Fuck the Supreme Court.
But I don't see that as a likelihood. I did up until a bunch of states started flipping. Yeah. And now I just don't see it happening. Because it happened in 2000. The Supreme Court and the election officials in Florida just decided to stop counting votes. Just out of the blue. And then Bush went on to win.
Fucking really wish we were taught that in history class. I did not know that shit until like a few months ago.
It's insane. We don't have a long memory here in America.
No.
But that's it. That's everything.
Yeah, that was really.
I hope that was entertaining at all.
I had a lot of fun, so I don't even fucking care if you liked it. I'm
ready for somebody nerdier than me to come in and be like, "You actually got this part wrong, you fucking idiot." Yeah. Like, thank you, because I like to learn, and I'm not always right. Yeah. See how I fucking did that?
Do me a favor and tweet at us. I'm gonna get real grumpy at you for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Got a couple fun notes to end on.
Thank God.
Okay. Politics, it's confusing. It's meant to be confusing. Both parties want it to be confusing. They want you to feel like your vote doesn't matter. They want you to feel like you can't understand it all and it's not worth paying any attention to. And if you do that, You're just letting fucking both side pieces of shit control your life. Your vote does matter.
I can tell you right now, as someone who is like had very like far left leaning feelings, but just didn't know a lot about the system. Trump completely fucking politically activated me. I know way more than I used to know. Apparently, I know way more than the average person, which is scary. Just get into it. Do your due diligence. Do what you can. Vote when you can. If you're in Texas, it's so fucking easy.
It's very exciting that this many people voted this time around.
And also another thing I'll say is, I think I said on Twitter or whatever, I'm cracking my motherfucking fingers getting ready to cook Joe Biden over the next 4
100%.
years. There's no way he's getting away with shit. I'm so fucking excited. You can thank Trump, you fucking idiots.
And if there's one thing to learn, even if you're not going to get into politics and you're just not going to care, I understand. It's sad. You never leave happy.
Yeah.
Vote in primaries. If people under the age of 30 had doubled how much they voted in a primary, in this last Democratic primary,
Yeah.
Bernie would have won. And not by a slim margin. Not by a margin that you could fuck with by adding a ton of candidates, having them drop, or by CNN saying blah, 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 blah. And then we'd probably have Medicare for all within the next 4 years. And we'd probably have a Green New Deal. And we'd probably have legal weed in every state. Along with 100 other things that make your life better and happier.
Yeah.
But young people in general don't fucking vote. And mainly they don't vote in the primaries where it matters so fucking much.
Yeah.
Also, local elections. I know we've talked about it before. Fucking vote.
It doesn't seem important. I know it doesn't seem important. I know like how that sounds. People are like politically plugged in. It doesn't feel important, but it is important.
Yeah,
you
and
start
like you said,
to realize.
It's very easy.
Yeah, it's very easy. But you start to realize like those are the elections that you have the most fucking power in. Like it is what you have much more of a say, even percentage wise, just based on your own city. I don't understand why you would not take the 25 extra minutes it takes to go fucking do it.
Oh, and if you're in Austin, we got Prop A. We got trains choo-chooing. They're going to go to the airport, to downtown, some running all around. It's going to be sick. We get new buses, all electric. We get new bike trails. Greg Caesar, cool-ass dude, helped defund APD.
Yep.
He gets to keep his spot.
Shout out, Greg. We fucking love you in this house. Classic Austin Democrats. Oh, man. Good news locally if you live in Austin. If you don't live here and you're a friend, please move here.
Yeah, move to Austin. But it's about to get a lot better.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah, what a variety hour.